Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second dice molding stream. And I got brother Chris. Look at that.
Hello, everyone.
So move this a little bit. So, Chris, we got a bit of a problem.
Things didn't work out exactly as intended.
Nope. As you see these items here, these items are near perfect, if not perfect. These ones did not make it. And I'm gonna show off why they didn't make it. So
What did
overall,
you do? Hi, Jace.
uh, well, what's up?
I said hi, Jace.
Oh, okay, where's he at?
He's in the chat.
Oh, hey, hell yeah, there he is. Well, I will show you. So, couple of these, which we did find, my girlfriend did spot the issue. Out of the first set, I did not fill some of them up enough, nor did I try to pop the bubbles and make sure that they were in there. So we did apply pressure to them, which did get rid of most of them out of the second set and the first set. So we're going to go through my little issues, and then we're going to paint some things today. Woo, painting! And then we're going to make some more molds before we wrap up today's stream. And hopefully this won't take forever. But so as you can see with this one, this is the issue right here. Two big ass bubbles got together and made an indentation. Big enough where my finger could fit into it.
Ooh.
And that took out most of number one. So that is what you call a D8. That D8 is toast. Then we have this one right here. Same thing happened. She thinks what had happened was because they all happened around the one only. They didn't happen anywhere else. Only around the ones. And same for this one. That one completely got wiped out. She thinks I didn't fill it up enough. And it spilled over and spilled outside of the silicone because the rest of these did not happen. These ones are near perfect. And this is out of the first set. This, look at that. This is where I injected the crystal. Yeah, I know, right? So, overall, I got about all but 3 dice. This is 15 items altogether. I lost 3. The others made it near perfect, if not perfect. So, this last molding project, which is this molding project right here, 8 out of 10. It's 80%. Only making it out with 12 out of 15 items is also 80% flat. So, yep, that is a fair assumption out of actually the calculator. Blame the math, not me. So, yeah.
Well, at least you have what? You at least have one full set, don't you?
Yep, right here.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Perfectly done. Or near perfect. And then I got just a little bit of part of a set here, which I'll probably just toss these in a bag. Hell, if I ever do end up selling this set for anything, it'll be part of a botch set. So it's like, yep, here's just some random dice. I'll just throw in a pot of random dice. I'll give you like a pound of it.
I mean, what you could also do is you could try and get some silicone and kind of try your best to at least fill in the gap.
I never thought about that. Wonder if you couldn't do that.
And also, what you could also do is you could put it back in the mold to see if you can put it back in the mold and try and fill in the gap with silicone or the resin. I meant to say.
That is a good idea. I should try that. I am happy with how these turned out because this is my first time. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
And it came out pretty good.
I mean, out of how many you did, you got one full set and a partial set and a couple of uh-ohs?
This is about a set and a half.
Okay. So
yeah, I did not do bad for my first time. So, well, let's get with the painting. Sup, Jace? What? Let's see here. Chris, why don't you send our friend Jace, if he's not busy, unless he's playing games, which I hear he is. You're okay to send him invite if he wants to just come hang out with us while we're doing this.
You're going to have to reset the whole screen again.
You can't see it, but I'm jerking off here. Like I give a fuck.
Not that one.
Jace is a friend.
There we go. No,
You don't make limitations on friends.
Stop watching.
All right, here we go.
I don't have the power to send this. I think.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We're gonna put this. We're gonna put you guys on hold for just a brief moment. All right, Chris, try it now.
There's emojis. There's the answer to console. There's music. Okay, cool. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna do a quick leave and come back. Okay. Show chat. More. Not that. Inbox. Grid. No, I don't see an option to invite.
Still?
Sweet Jimmy Crickets.
Give me a hot. All right, give me a hot second here. Gonna put you guys on a brief hold. All right, so I sent him a invite myself.
Okay, because I'm looking at the screen. There's no invite option for me to send. So, hi Archer. Are the numbers indented into the dice? He's asking.
Yes, yes. As you can see, that's a really shitty 0, but I think it might be the paint I'm using. It could also be the brush that I'm using as well. The brush isn't probably equipped to deal with this here. We're gonna do a quick 2. I should have went with the nano brushes.
Lessons learned.
Well, you know, as much as I wanted my first set to be perfect, it wasn't gonna be perfect.
Oh, nothing is ever, unless you are like an absolute genius. Nothing is ever perfect the first time around.
No. Oh shit. Yeah, you can try. Maybe you'll just be my painter. I'll make the goddamn dice. You just fucking paint for me.
He then asks, could you thin the paint slightly and drop it into the numbers? Let it flow evenly.
I didn't do that, but I think that's what my girlfriend's doing because she's better at it than I am.
Hello, Mrs. Table. Miss Table.
Yep, that's her hands right there. Wow, holy shit, she can do a better job than I can. Well, guess what? You're gonna figure out how to paint for me. There we go. We're just gonna get rid of that.
It's gonna be a co-household business of making dice.
You might as well be. I mean, she can't do the molding, but I can do that. So, it's just probably we also picked up the wrong brushes too. It could be a number of things. We're learning as we go along. So we did find out that the epoxy resin does ruin the droppers, like these things right here.
Oh,
so
shocking!
Yeah. So
that's why they depict you pouring it into the mold, not dropping it into the.
Yep. Which I probably should have done in hindsight. Look at that! She got that number 5 going.
Well, I mean, like I said, there are cups out there that have a spout on them.
Well, we also found a funnel.
Okay, well that works too.
And
You just
we also found out, depending on what kind of funnel it is, might actually work perfectly because might actually work perfectly. How the fuck? Wow, she is totally better at that than I am. Yep.
She
Well,
is a woman. She has a lighter touch.
yeah, she does. Well, so as you guys can see, she is sitting there outlining the number 5 on what looks to be the D12. All right. Well, while she's doing that, I guess you and I can talk while they watch her. So,
If you ever get around to model making or the diorama making, let her do the painting.
yep, I'm doing. Yeah, it's already done. It's happening. All that practice applying all that practice applying makeup, probably, Colin. But she don't wear makeup. She don't wear makeup. She lets the natural beauty fly.
Not that you know of. Maybe she wakes up in the middle of the night and she puts it on before you wake up.
She's shaking her head no at this. It could also be the paint is maybe too thin. Maybe we need a thicker paint. I'm gonna first.
Does it seem watery?
It seems watery, but it's not water based. It's completely 100% acrylic, or whatever they call acrylic. It's not water.
Not watery, but runny. I guess I should say.
I think so. Yeah, that's why I didn't apply any water. Holy shit!
Now compare her two to your two.
Okay, so here's mine, which my zero's screwed up on that one, and then here's my 2. Yeah, fuck it.
Remember, you're upside down with the camera, so.
Yep. So, this is one I did, and that's one I did. So she's a little bit better at it. Wonder how she can do the 0. I got an alpha crystal. You know, we could make a ton of these and go here's a kyber crystal. There you go.
I mean, I was just thinking that myself. You have your own kyber crystal production there.
Yeah, I know, right? be like, just make, put these in some things and call this, say, hey, you want a blue kyber crystal? Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna call that my alpha crystal. If I want to make it, I'll just make a clear one.
By Disney standard, Disney Star Wars standard.
Disney's gonna sue somebody.
Yeah. By Disney Star Wars standards, that is a purified crystal that was once corrupted by the dark side.
Mm-hmm. I like that. That was one of the ideas I like. Also, I didn't see you wipe off any excess paint.
Yeah, so I mean, that's an interesting thing. Is I just recently listened to the audio drama, the Star Wars audio drama that was produced back in the 70s or the 80s, and that was actually somewhat mentioned about how the lightsaber crystals bond to the user.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, in the audio drama. So, and also in early drafts of The Return of the Jedi, when Darth Vader holds Anakin or Luke's lightsaber and activates it, the blade is supposed to turn from green to red in his hands.
Oh, nice.
So there is some interesting aspects there that I know a lot of EU purists will freak out about, but I mean it's somewhat interesting.
See, this is what I was a bit concerned about right here. Is her doing? She's got to get the 2. This is now. See, she's using a thicker brush right here, and she's got. Is that a 00?
Mm-hmm. Is that an 8?
No, this is 00.
Oh, 00. How does that work?
Oh, all right. I should pull out my actual dice. So a 00, if you get a 00 on one dice and then a 0 on another die, that counts as 100%. If you get a 00 on one dice and a 1 on the other dice that you roll with it, that is 1%. It's with percentile. Oh wow, freaking Colin's tapered ears perk up. Elf crystal, you say? I'm like, maybe. Could be an elf crystal. Crystals are going to be in Paramore. Crystals are going to start.
What if it's a crystal from the dwarf mines?
Could be that too. Well, okay, so in about the second or third age, crystals are going to start growing out of the ground and out of many different locations, and each one is going to have a magical effect.
It's
It,
you could possibly find the Arkenstone.
there you go. Holy shit! Holy shit! You know how she like covered those zeros? That's
Yeah,
it right there.
yeah, I know. I saw.
What the? Wow. Yep. We are going. We're going partner. That's it. We're partnering up. This is a partnership.
Star Wars novels, you say, but I thought there wasn't any extra source material for movies according to Disney. Yeah, I know.
Well, Colin, here's how we depict that. We don't give a fuck what Disney says,
Yeah,
and they can suck a dick.
this is how it goes.
Yep.
Just imagine Jar Jar being
Can you
blowing
try
a
to get that one
raspberry.
off, or is that still too? Let's see if you can get that one perfect. I am. She's gonna paint for me. I can't paint. I don't have the hands. She's got the hands.
You can do broad strokes, but she does the finer touches.
Well, worst case scenario, we could just use a little bit of acetone on it and color it out, and then redo it.
What you could also do is you could get some different colors and make those kind of like jigsaw kind of looking crystals or
Oh yeah.
ice.
Oh yeah. Well, I think today we are going to start. I don't want to like mess her up, so I'm trying to figure out because one thing I want to start doing is she wants me to add color to a set today and then have it dry for the next 2 to 3 days. Reason why we want to give the next set a little bit longer time is because it's actually not hot in the house and the ACs are turned off and it's actually kind of a cold day today. So we're not sure how they would dry that quickly if we start doing a set today.
Archer says, I don't know if you have a similar phrase over there, but calling something Mickey Mouse over here is not a compliment. Well, yeah, we call it the House of Mouse, the Mouse Empire, so on and so forth.
Yeah, Disney has royally screwed themselves on everything.
Well, they've greatly departed from Walt Disney and Rob Disney's dream of what Disney World is supposed to be, what Disney is supposed to be. In fact, actually, if you go and watch the YouTuber Legal Mindset, he's following the whole situation in Florida right now, and he did a overview of the video of Walt Disney doing the promotion for Disney World in Florida. It was supposed to be it was the promo video that was going to be that was supposed to be shown or that was shown to the Florida legislature to get their approval for Disney World. And it is nothing like what it is. What Walt Disney was promoting with Disney World is nothing like what it is today.
Jeez.
There was supposed to be only one theme park in what is now Disney World. Disney World was called Epcot. The Reedy Creek district was supposed to have a large city in it called Epcot.
Oh wow.
Describe something on Disney Mouse has carried the implication of being a poor, low-quality copy for pretty much as long as I can remember. That's what Archer says.
Yeah. That's pretty much. I mean, well, if you think about it, okay. So Disney got their hands on Pixar. Pixar was not always owned by Disney. And,
no, it was originally owned by Apple, and before that, it was originally part of Lucasfilm.
Yes, Lucasfilm actually developed Apple, or not developed Apple. Excuse me, developed Pixar. It was their sound effects and their art that actually got it into its own company. And then Disney bought that out along with fucking Lucasfilms. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, they have the technology.
Sorry, correction. So originally, Pixar broke away from Lucasfilm. It was sold off to Steve Jobs and Apple, who they were in partnership with Disney for a lot of the early films before Steve Jobs sold it to Disney. And then after Disney acquired Pixar, then they went and they got Marvel, and
Hmm.
then they got Lucasfilm, and then they got Fox.
Yeah, but the point I was making across to that one, um, is that they have all the technology to make a really good movie and film, but they keep using low budgeting. It's like we have the technology, but the person to wield the technology, we don't want to pay them.
Yeah. Well, I mean the when Disney originally bought Pixar, the promise was that Pixar would not be touched because that's around the time that Disney animation was going down the drain, and everyone was praising Pixar for all their stuff.
Yeah,
So, this is also around the time that Bob Iger got control of Disney, and so because Bob Iger was friends with Steve Jobs, he made deals with Steve Jobs, and the promise was that Pixar would not be altered one single bit, that it was going to be allowed to operate as it was. And this is also around the time that Steve Jobs was kind of pulling back from the face of everything. That
right.
he was starting to get to. This is also right before Steve Jobs passed away from what it was like cancer or something like
I
that.
believe so. Yeah, he had some really. I remember hearing he got sick, and then he was dead.
I think this was
It took
before
him quick.
everything came out that he was sick.
Yeah,
Um, But Steve Jobs was pulling back, and so he was looking for someone who was going to take over Pixar for him, and so he was friends with Bob Iger, and he sold it off to Bob Iger with the promise that Pixar would not be touched at all, and that was the same promise that Bob Iger used to get Marvel from the people that previously owned Marvel because Marvel was going through their issues, and this was around the time that already Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, uh, Iron Man 2 already came out. So Disney did not start the MCU. The MCU was already beginning before Disney got their hands on it.
oh yeah.
Uh, and then and then when it came to this is what Anna, the Star Wars girl.
Disney did not actually start the Marvel. Like, I believe when Disney finally bought out Marvel and merged with Marvel was after phase 2 or 3. And you guys got to, and everyone's got to remember, we still had a couple Hulk movies, we still had one or two Iron Man movies, we still had Captain
Well,
America, and we still
at
had one or two Thor movies before,
that
and then
fir-
we had
that
the Avengers movie.
well, that first Hulk movie isn't a part of the MCU; it's its own independent thing. But
But you know
uh,
what I'm point is, you know what I'm saying. They obviously didn't start it because phase 1 was already there.
well, I mean, yeah, Disney didn't get ownership of, like I said, Disney did not get ownership of the MCU until after the purchase of Marvel, which is around the time of maybe Thor and Captain America.
Actually, give me a second.
Uh,
I'm about to look it up for you. Let's
but
see.
but yeah, so I mean, this is brought up by Anna, the Star Wars girl, on uh Chris Gore's channel.
Okay,
Because
so we're both wrong.
we are.
Yep. Iron Man came out in 2008. Incredible Hulk, which you said was its own thing, but it is listed on here.
Well, no,
Was
no. There's
was
you said the two
eh,
Hulk movies. I'm talking about the
right,
previous Hulk movie. That's its own thing. It's not a part of
right.
the MCU because
Oh
there's
yeah,
that one, and then there is there's the
the
Hulk, and then
Incredible
there's
Hulk.
the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. So okay, so you got Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk, which was also 2008. By the time Iron Man 2 was made, Disney already owned.
Okay.
Disney already owned that. So yeah, we only got two movies. I thought we had all of Phase 1 done before Disney actually buy it out.
No, no. They it was yeah. So I was off by one movie. They were two movies in.
Yep.
Um,
Doesn't matter. It was already started and established.
yeah. Well,
Iron Man
it
was a
was
big hit.
beginning. It was beginning. It was beginning. It wasn't established, but it was beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, but and so, like I said, Anna, that Star Wars girl. Have you heard of the critics report that Chris Gore's doing on his channel?
No.
So Chris Gore, he was a part of Attack on the Block or whatever that was, and he was also big with G4 or G4, the gaming stream, the
Okay.
gaming network, and
Let's
so
go with okay.
he also pops up on Nerd Rock every now and then. But
Huh.
he's doing he's doing basically a critics court and basically putting Disney on trial for what's happened to Star Wars. And so in the the second episode of his
Like
show,
delay. Yeah.
he had
All right, you're
Anna,
good
that
now.
Star Wars girl, who used Bob Iger's own autobiography of how Disney acquired its empire under Iger. And one of those is how Disney acquired Pixar, how
Mhm.
Disney used the purchase of Pixar to get Marvel, and then Iger going to Lucas and basically whispering in his ear, "You have no one to take over Lucasfilm. You're an old man. You should trust us. Remember what
Yeah.
I did for you. I helped you keep in the Young Indiana Jones series on ABC a little longer."
uh,
So so you I mean, given Lucas has a couple of children, but
mhm.
yet apparently they're not worthy enough in to take over Lucasfilm, and Lucas couldn't find anyone better to apparently take it over. So he made the call to Iger and says, "I want the Pixar deal," basically saying nothing at Lucasfilm was going to change, nothing was going to be altered. Kathleen Kennedy was supposed to just work as an executive producer, but then Disney got it. Kennedy basically became president and everything, and got her hands further into the company than she should originally have, and basically screwed it all. And with her and Iger, basically screwed it all up. And yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah,
Yeah, it is what it is. We know the state of things. Marvel's dead to me, as well as DC and as well as Star Wars.
yeah.
I don't watch anything. I mean, we have Disney Plus, but that's for our kids, and that's it. I don't sit and watch it, but they are making money off of me, so But that's as far as they're gonna go. I mean, once my kids are grown and they tell me, "Hey, we don't like Disney Plus no more," it's gone.
I can understand that. But anyways, Legal Mindset. What he did, like I said, he went through and he watched the original promo video for Epcot, which would become Disney World.
Mhm.
And basically, they were supposed to be at the heart of Reedy Creek was supposed to be the city of Epcot,
Mhm.
and it was supposed to be an actual city, not a theme park. Off in one corner was going to be the theme park, and it was going to be a moderately small, decent sized theme park. It wasn't going to be huge, but it was
Yeah.
just going to be one. And then there's supposed to be all these residential areas. There was even supposed to be an expo area for Disney working with other companies
Mhm.
to develop future technology and show it off to the world.
Right.
They even got permission from the state legislature to create nuclear power plants on in Reedy Creek for the experimentation of nuclear energy.
Hmm.
Well, all that's now stripped away because of the new Central Florida Tourism Board District, whatever it's called now.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's all fucking shit anyway. But you know
But I
what
mean,
isn't. But you know what isn't shit. Let's talk about something more positive. Wrap up with what you're gonna say, and I got another topic we should talk about.
I'm just saying. I was just going to say is that Disney is spitting in the face of Walt Disney.
Oh, absolutely. I can agree with that one.
Disney, the company, is spitting in Walt Disney and Rob Disney's face. Archer says,
WandaVision and Falcon is also Disney. Yes, and a
yes.
few episodes of Clone Wars. That is also Disney. All that's Disney.
Well, the first 6 seasons of Clone Wars plus the Clone Wars movie and also the Lost Missions episodes are all pre-Disney, but they've been fully incorporated into the Disney canon.
Yes.
So, yeah, Disney also did get the rights to show off Doctor Who. but
I
that
think
I do believe is
we should just let it dry for now and see where it goes so it doesn't run.
I do
Unless you
believe
don't think it would. Oh, well, never mind. She's gonna continue. Anyway, the only Disney Plus thing I might have any interest in is Doctor Who, and I don't need it for that. Doctor Who's not on Disney.
though Disney did acquire the rights to
Did
distribute
they
Doctor Who.
really?
I do believe they did.
Can you call them a monopoly? You know, a monopoly right there.
So
They're
so Doctor
monopolizing the fucking movie industry.
Doctor Who is still on
BBC.
Max as well. It's on
Is it?
HBO. It's on
Oh yeah, that's right. It is.
So this is an article back from 2005 or from October 25th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Disney Plus is to become the new global home for upcoming seasons of Doctor Who outside of UK and Ireland. The BBC continues as Doctor Who's an exclusive home to the UK. New episodes will premiere on BBC and Disney Plus in late 2023.
Oh wow.
So anything new is going to be over on Disney Plus.
Wow. Okay.
So the Matt Smith, or not the Matt Smith, the David Tennant specials,
Mm-hmm.
prior to that one guy taking over, the gay guy taking over, Nikudi Gatwa.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but prior to them, so those are all going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So aside from obviously the rejects of the world,
Yeah.
let's talk about something a bit more happy. I've been talking with you lately, Chris, about getting you, and I talked with Jace earlier about getting you guys together to see who is going to play. And I was thinking about running a game with you guys called Evil Dead, based on the movies.
Is it going to be as accurate as our slasher game that we were doing?
Probably a bit more better. And you guys will be doing, and it won't be Fate Core. However, I am actually designing a newer system, and I'm taking two systems and putting them together.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you how that works. So you will have, so if you do survive, the scenario, you get advancement points to advance your character. It is going to be a mix of D6 and Fate Core put together. I'm actually, the reason why I say that is because I'm changing how the advantages and disadvantages work in D6. Because with the D6 system, that gives you a list of advantages and disadvantages, but the only problem with it is they're not, like, you have like 5 advantages to pick from, but everything else is a disadvantage. And you got like a list of 20 to 30 of those. So I guess that's probably why the D6 never really went too far. So what's wrong?
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
What'd you do?
Well, it's next to the 70, so I'm imagining 60 or... I'm imagining 60.
It says 40.
Yeah, it's gotta be 60.
I do agree, Archer. They Disney has been pulling a lot of stuff off of Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, and you know, and a lot of stuff they're pulling off of there is shit that they made that didn't succeed even remotely.
Willow.
Yep. Yeah,
But-
like, okay, you're gonna pull off your very own stuff because you can't live with your failure.
Oh, jeez.
And they're trying to save money because they're losing money right now. You know, from what they keep saying that they're losing money left and right. There's many places saying because we're trying to conserve money. We're trying. Why? You guys should be like a goddamn multi-billion. You should be like an empire. Nothing should be a problem for you. Apparently there is. So they're purging their systems of stuff that isn't really bringing them any money. It's all business in the end. But let's talk about. So we're gonna mosey on over here. We're gonna come back to this in a minute. We're gonna turn off the screen and I'm gonna turn on some screen sharing. Here we go. Window capture. Oh, wait, I already did a window capture. That's what we're doing here. Oh, God damn it. There we go. All right. Let's see. Which one is... I think it might be... No. It could be window capture. Actually, you know
Hold
what?
on. Hold on,
I
ladies
just-
and gentlemen, for difficulties.
Yeah, playing with myself. No, I'm just
Yes, he
kidding.
is. He's getting turned on by his girlfriend playing with dice, so he needs a moment.
Don't tell them the truth.
You can take that.
No, you're good, honey. I can't paint. So we just learned today, guys, I can't paint. So there we go.
So when it comes to remodeling one of the bedrooms, you're gonna probably be doing the heavy lifting, and she's
Oh, I
gonna
can
probably
paint
be doing
that.
the
I just
painting.
can't. I just can't do fine paint. She obviously can do fine paint.
Tiny.
Oh, yeah, oh yeah. That's because you deal with tiny ass shit. All right, let's see here. Okay, that
Wait,
uses...
so does that mean you, man? Jeez, I'm sorry.
Oh, you dick! You goddamn dick! You didn't even have to go there, but we went there. Now we all gotta live with it.
You left the door open.
Asshole.
You left the door open.
I fucking hate you. You did not have to. Yeah, okay. I see where we're going with this now.
Archer
I
says
get it.
playing with dice. I've never heard of it that way before.
Uh-huh. All right, let's open up. Let's open this up. I'm gonna open you up to my blog.
Hopefully no nudes, because then this wouldn't be appropriate for YouTube.
Hey, I said 18. I said 18 or older. I don't know what their problem is.
We all know that 18 and over doesn't mean BS. Yes, people, you're watching the magic happen before your eyes.
Yes, they are. You guys don't need to see all that. Get rid of the extra stuff so that way I can expand this out and zoom in as much as I can. There we are. So here is my blog, Tabletop Junkie Games. My first blog, first thing is, there we go. First thing that we always talked about was my YouTube channel is right there. You can go to freely check it. This is my table of contents for my Paramore. This is the jump page. This is the jump date. We're still currently running, so there's no end date yet for that one. This is for what I call Fantendo. This is where I'm going to post some Nintendo regarding Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers for like some Castle and Crusades of the worlds mixing together. And then this is the Evil Dead universe. Here we're supposed to be posting stuff about some of the movies, and then some Fate Core, some Savage World, some Genesis Core, but right now I'm doing D6. So we're just going to jump into the D6. And this is how much I actually got done. All the orange is everything that you can click on and is clickable links. Everything after that is not there yet, and I think we're only going to go to 12. I think the reason why 12 is TBA is because I haven't really figured out what the hell that is yet. But it is the last thing on my list. So I've actually got this pretty much halfway done.
Nice.
So it's going to be utilizing a D6 system. Very easy to use. So if you go to the basics, it basically talks about the different types of things that you can do. You have regular dice, you have wild dice. And then here's some of the difficulties. You actually add all the dice together. Now you get this from your attributes and skills. You add them together and then you add the results together. It's not based on success or failures. It's based on how, it's based on, okay, I'm going to give you like a 13 moderate difficulty. You rolled as high as like a 6. Well, you fail. And then I made like little comments like right here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit without taking it off the screen. So one of the witty That went off the screen. Okay, but it's where I want it to be. So for something like very easy, your grandmother and child can do this. For something easy, anyone your own age can do this. Moderate requires some skill and effort. Difficulty requires some high skill and effort. Very difficult. Even pros have a hard time pulling this off. Extreme. Only the luckiest and most skilled can pull this off. Heroic. What the fuck are you, Crocodile Dundee?
Is there a Chuck Norris and then Chuck Norris option and also a Peter Cushing option?
Oh man, no. Godly is like Hail to the King, baby, and Eldridge, which is like 75 plus. We will swallow your soul. I like this one. I took this one from the wrong Missy. It's like she pulls out Sheila, which is this huge ass knife, and she's like, "What the?" He's like, "What the fuck are you, Crocodile Dundee?" Well, you know, she was nutty. All right, and then we talked about static target numbers, dynamic target numbers, which is fine, and then you do get fate points and doom points. And when shit goes down wrong, you get a doom point whenever you roll a 1 on a wild die. You also gain 1 doom point when you take a minor consequence. Now, down here I explained a minor consequence is something like, say, you say, okay, so Chris, you got like a 7 and you needed a 13. Okay, you failed by 1 whole level. You could say, well, I succeeded, but you take a minor consequence because you are at easy level, but you needed to succeed or get better than a moderate. So you can say, to go up that 1 level and say you automatically succeed, you take a minor consequence, at which point I give you 1 doom point. That doom point is nothing you can use. That's for me to use against you to dull down your rolls and to give you minuses and stuff. So like say you're supposed to roll 5d6s. I could say, well, I'm going to spend that doom point and you're going to minus 1 doom point for per die. So then you go from 5 to 4.
That's stuff I'm gonna have to learn because it's just the majority of it went over my head.
Okay, well, we'll have to explain that during that. And then you get 2 doom points for moderate consequences and major, which moderate is 2 levels lower. So if I needed you to sustain somewhere around difficulty level, and you didn't even make it past, easy, you would get 2, and then major is like 3 or more. So it's like if you succeeded at this level, you're in this range, and you needed to be at this range, yeah, you're totally screwed. So
Well, that's unfortunate.
this is just basic information about how to do certain things. Alright, so the attributes you guys get to play with is reflexes, coordination, physique, knowledge, perception, presence, and who doesn't like my personal favorite, magic. 7 main ones. Magic, however, does not get a starting point. Magic starts off at 0. Every other attribute starts off at 1. Magic, you don't have to know magic. So. And then you got skills. Skills are associated with some of the attributes. So if I tell you, so if you're trying to shoot at a deadite that's coming at you at fast speed, you need to give me a marksman coordination roll. So you take whatever points you have in marksman and add it to your coordination. That is how many dice you have to roll. We will get to that in a minute because I actually have templates. I have already pre-generated characters to show you.
Yeah, last time we did this, we kind of had it all over the place.
That was because it was fake core and it sucked like that. So, all right.
Well,
so
I kind of feel like what probably would have improved that a little bit was that if we had kind of template characters to go off of, because I mean, everyone apparently knew the story of Jason Voorhees. Everyone knew to not be well.
Even the drug addict who was stoned most of the time somehow heard about it.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but with this one, this will allow you to customize your character just a bit further, and make it completely different. Like obviously, you can see there's only a couple skills that you're allowed to have under here. So this is the annoying kid. Imagine Kevin from Home Alone. All right. So he's got 3 dice and reflexes. So I told you, whenever you're trying to shoot at someone, so Kevin's trying to shoot at someone with his Marksmanship. Well, he doesn't have marksmanship, so that's 0.
Oh shucks.
But he's got coordination at 3 dice. That means he roll at 3D. That means he rolls 3d6s and see how well he does. He's not really built for combat.
What would happen real quick, what would happen if Evil Dead was if the Evil Dead was unleashed upon a camp of campers?
Oh, I don't know.
A summer camp of campers. Of kids
I have no idea. Playing with dice. I've never heard it called that before. Nice. That's a good question. We should figure that out at some point.
I'm pretty sure there's probably a lot of blood.
So, and then he has no magic, which means he cannot use magic whatsoever. That's 0D, no dice for it. So let's say, for instance, he wants to blow something up. He knows demolitions and basic fireworks, okay? So he has 1 dice in that, and then he has 4 for the skill, which is knowledge. You take the 1, add it to the 4, now you roll 5 dice. 5 dice. Now, then you have this one right here. Well, he's trying to fix a car. He's trying to start a camp, but he knows basic mechanical repair, right? So this is a 0D plus 1. That is 3D. So you take the 3D, add it to the 0D plus 1, it's 3D plus 1. That plus 1 means you add it to the result no matter what. And then you roll for the other 3.
So basically, if you rolled, a 3, it'd become a 1?
Yep.
Or it'd become a 4, I should say.
No, let's say you rolled 3 1s, and then you got that plus, it's on 3 different dice. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then plus 1, that's 4, so yes.
Okay.
Alright, and then he's got 17 health and 25 mental health. Health is in 2 tracks. That is a fate core thing.
Don't you mean 26? I'm looking at your blog right now.
Oh shit, me too. I'm looking at it through the damn OBS. It's blurry as shit. So, yeah, 17 physical health, 26 mental health. So, that seems right for him. Alright, the Clueless Hero. Obviously, you know who this is modeled after.
The Evil Dead 2 Ash.
Absolutely. So, yep, he's clearly a little bit better. And he's even got better physical health, like 30. His mental health isn't there, which is terrible. Once that mental health goes down, that's how they take possession of you. So so this is probably Evil Dead 2. Hang on a second. So this is probably Evil Dead 2 Ash before he got his Deadite form.
So right after he butchered his girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go. And then we got creepy old guy. And then we got
Don't go into the woods. There's evil things in the woods.
And then we got the occultist. Now this one I got better rolls on. So how do you generate physical and mental health? Fairly easy. So you roll. So for physical health, you go to your physique, and you roll 2D, and then you get +1 to your result.
So basically, this is the bounty hunter from Jason Goes to Hell.
Bro, oh shit! I totally forgot about that one. And it's very possible you could actually face off with Jason Voorhees in an Evil Dead scenario. Hell, it's even by some comics and lore, it's very, very easy to face off with every creature from any form of horror movie, like Freddy Krueger, Chucky, anything that has to do with magic, because eventually that's where they learned it from, was the Necronomicon.
I mean, we literally have the Necronomicon in Jason Goes to Hell. So I mean,
and Dynamite Comics did do a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
Because I think there's the theory out there is that Mrs. Voorhees used the Necronomicon to revive Jason the first time.
Yeah.
And the demons just stuck around while possessing him.
Oh yeah. So that's all we have for that right there. But as you can see, there's even templates. Now, you don't have to use these. You can design your character however you like. You start off with 18 attribute dice. That goes towards your 7 attributes.
You're missing the sexy blonde.
Oh, I'm not done with it yet. I still have the hottie, the regular guy, the teenage punk, and the whore.
So I'm assuming that the annoying kid is supposed to be a substitute for the geek.
Um, pretty much. I might add some more templates. I might have the geek. Hell, I thought about. I don't want to say what I thought about. I'll type it to you. thought about having. Thought about having like.
I do recall, like, in the movie Cabin in the Woods, they laid out the the archetypes for the situation, which is the whore, the athlete, the scholar, the fool, and the virgin, which is optional.
Right.
Or I mean,
awesome.
the option of the virgin is to survive is optional.
Yes. All right. So here's where it gets a little bit like fake core a little bit with the aspect. So we basically you get an advantage. Now, an advantage is something that works in your favor, in your character's favor, and it does cost. And depending on how much it costs, can cost anywhere from 1D up to 5D. You can do more, but the problem. Okay. Necro Comic Con. What's that? It's a Necronomicon. Anyway, however, the more dice. Now, this dice comes out of your skill dice. So if you want to take an advantage before you take a disadvantage, you got to spend it out of the skill dice pool that you're selected on your when you first get your character. So it's like this. So you come over here. You start off with 18 attribute dice to give out among your 7 attributes, 6 of which already starts off at 1. So it's very possible you can raise them up just beyond 5. And then you got 6 skill dice. That goes on various skills, anyone you want to fill out your character. You can select an advantage and a disadvantage, which is basically make one up. And then you got funds, equipment, which I haven't done those yet. And then you start off with 3 fate points with no refresh. You have to earn back the fate points when you do something cool. And then you have no doom points. You start off with no doom points. So, and thus will begin the game of the Evil Dead. And this is free for everyone to check out. It's just a fan-based game that I'm building. Just if you want to play an Evil Dead game, there's going to be other things I use because I already have a Fate Core one of the Evil Dead that I designed in a notebook somewhere. I just got to find the notebook and get all the information out. And then these two are going to be my next things because I love Genesis Core and I love Savage Worlds. So, as you can see there, I haven't really updated too much. So yeah, this is one of the many projects I started on today. Well, actually, I started on that the other day. One of my many projects. So here's where we're at with. Here's where we're at with the painting. She's like damn near done. So, Chris, how do you like the Power Rangers?
Yeah, like, in what form are you talking about?
In any form, do you like Super Sentai at all? Do you like Kamen Rider at all? Do you like anything that's like based anime and magical girl type?
Well, I mean, I'm in the middle of rewatching Sailor Moon. I haven't done that in a while, so.
Oh, holy shit! That's another good one. That's another good one. So I decided I found a way.
And I mean,
I found a system that works for me.
I've never watched Super Sentai or Kamen Riders, though I did grow up watching Power Rangers, Beetleborgs.
Oh, I love Beetleborgs. I did them all.
Beetleborgs.
By the way, Kamen Rider is on Tobey. Check it out.
I do have plans to. It's just I need to get around to it. I've got like this massive list of things I need to watch, but when I get around to having free time to actually watching things, I'm like, I don't know what to do. It's like I have this huge list that I need to get through, but when I have time to, I'm overwhelmed by the list, so I freeze up.
All right,
is really good at that.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna move her over to. She's got a TV tray next to her. I'm thinking about moving her over there so that way I can begin making the next set of molds real quick.
Yep.
So that way we can get started there. She did do a good job. They're almost done. She's down to only 2 more dice left after this one. She definitely knows what she's doing.
And she is painting the ones that are defunct.
That is
11?
No, that's either a 15 or a 16. Let me check the die. Hang on. Let me check. You need a reference? Always pull out a dice. We got plenty of them. Oh shit! I got one right here.
Let me put up my diamond eye.
What is that? A D20?
Yes. Let me put up my diamond eye.
What's it next to? A 12.
Jesus, ladies and gentlemen, as
That's a 15, hon.
as we solve the issue of the mysterious die.
Yep, that's a 15. So she's putting up diamond art because she wants me to get started on making the next set of molds because she wants me to add color today. We're gonna do monotone color. I don't know if I'm gonna do one or two of them. I might just do 2 sets of the same color. Let's see what we got here to work with colors as soon as we move. I'm gonna put everyone on break because I gotta use the restroom, and we'll be right back after these messages.
And I'll probably get myself something to drink.
You might want to do that. You know what you told me? Maybe I should try and refill some residents.
No.
Oh shit, we're streaming.
just a second.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to getting everything.
Dice attempt number 2.
Uh-huh. And we're going to do some more crystals today, too. I'm actually going to take your advice this time. And what's up?
Do a blue crystal.
Oh, you want a blue crystal? Okay.
Always.
All right. I'll do a blue crystal. I think I'm going to
How-
try and pour
how
it in.
dark? How
Huh?
dark a crystal? That's the question. Is how dark does she want the blue crystal?
Oh,
Does she want
that's
it?
a good question.
Does she want it to be a? Does she want it to be a glassy, see-through blue, or does she want it to be dark blue, like the ocean, like the
We have aquamarine.
like the heart of the ocean from the Titanic?
Well, hang on. Let's see what we got here. I got lapis lazuli, which is a shade of blue.
That sounds like a freaking magic spell. Lapis
right?
lazuli.
I know, right? Looks like that's the only 2 blues I got. You want me to do sapphire? Let's see if I got sapphire somewhere around here. Okay, so no lapis lazuli. No aquamarine. Peridot. Tourmaline. Turquoise. Jadeite.
See about maybe like
Go
if you
ahead.
can mix the blues together, see if they'll cause any change.
If there's no sapphire, then you do ruby.
One step at a time, Chris. I haven't decided how to mix. Oh, there is a sapphire. Here we go. All right, we're gonna do sapphire, sapphire crystal, and all right.
You
So I'm
mentioned
probably
you mentioned you have Jedi there, and I can't help but my mind just jumped to one of the villains from Sailor Moon.
Yeah. Are you using paint or ink to color the dice? It's paint. But I thought about like what we should have done is outline the numbers in like some form of a marker, small marker, and let it dry, and then paint over the marker so that way we can see everything ahead of time. Like I said, one of the techniques we just thought about today, and that would be a hell of an improvement.
Just thought about
Alright.
today. You just thought about it in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Trust me. All right. Well. All right. So.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have safety gloves on.
Bend over and cough, big boy. No, just kidding. All right.
And it's well, I mean, there's bend over, and then there is also turn your head and cough.
So now we're gonna have a sapphire crystal. This is just a clear one. I'm eventually gonna take pictures. I'm eventually gonna take pictures and have a whole story developed with every crystal I make. Huh?
Might paint the bottom.
Okay.
Ooh, you can also use one of those crystals in one of your future campaigns with one of the future foes that you've developed.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right, got my stir stick. Glad I got like 500 of these bastards. See anything else I need?
Thank God for that.
I know, right?
Thank God the bulk.
I need my number 9 crystal.
So which one did you idea did I give you to help with distributing that stuff?
Oh, we're gonna pour it.
Yeah, okay. Just
Yeah,
like I said, I think I've seen one trick is to have like the stirring stick kind of partially sticking into the mold, and then using the stirring stick to kind of funnel the liquid, the liquid resin into the mold.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with that. Like stir it as I'm putting it in there. So that way it also dissipates the air bubbles too. Okay. All right, here we go. Now, if I was going to do a two-tone color, I would probably mix one in here and one in here, but I'm not doing two-tone yet. So this is going to be all the same color. Oh, shit. Dumping over, dumping over, dumping over.
Leave it to table to make a mess.
Yeah, exactly. The good news is we did find a successful way of cleaning this stuff. Turns out acetone or nail polish remover actually works wonders.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Didn't think about that.
I mean, you take a Lego and you put it inside of acetone, it immediately just turns to mush.
Do I need to bust this open or something?
Yes.
Okay.
You see.
Yep, I need a little pen thingy. Do I cut it open or just
Look
like
at that gap.
push it? What gap? Why don't you do it? I trust you. I don't even trust
She has
myself anymore.
she has a steady hand.
She's got more than that. She's got a fucking good set of eyes.
That's right, you wear glasses.
So does she.
Apparently she has better eyes.
Yeah, she does. Huh. Yeah, I did 4 drops. I did 4 more.
I would suggest stirring and seeing how that looks before you add any more.
Well, 10 drops is, I think, perfectly fair. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Unfortunately, I can't because your hand's in the way.
What do you think, Chris? Oh, that does look darker.
Yeah.
I did 10 drops. Maybe 10 drops was too much. Maybe.
No, that looks about right.
That looks about right. 10 drops in. Next time I'll try 8 and see what happens.
You see my necklace?
Archer
This might take more than a few times to to successfully do.
That's why I said you should have started with a smaller number, stir it in, see how that looks, then added more drops.
Yeah.
Archer says melting sprue in acetone or even get just liquid plastic cement is a modeler's trick to make plastic putty.
I didn't know about that. Honey, do we have a trash can around here? Oh. Well, it's hard to compare when it's in its natural form.
It's a little darker, but when it dries
Yep.
it'll probably dry like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do we have a trash can around here?
Yeah, underneath your desk.
Oh, for Christ's sake. There we go.
You're lucky that your head is attached to your head because if it wasn't for her and also your neck, you would lose your head.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured. Let me know when 5 minutes is up. Who's been keeping track? Oh, now she's keeping track.
Well, also,
I think you've probably been going on for maybe a minute, 2 minutes at most. That's exactly what I told him, Archer, but he didn't want to listen.
Start low. You can always add more. Yeah. Wow. We'll see how this works. What I may do, because of how it's oozing off the stick like this, you probably can't see it that well, but as you can see it, we're like, I could probably just ooze that right into place.
You know,
On the-
what you could always do is you could always this could always be the crystal that you give her could always be the crystal that was corrupted by an evil sorceress.
There you go.
And that's why it has a darker color, and then you can always make a second one that is lighter. That's
There
more
you
of
go.
like more of like the heart of the ocean from Titanic, and that one is the crystal that your love purifies.
Well, I mean, holding it up, it actually looks blue.
Maybe you shine a light underneath it.
Yeah.
Archer says, not that I've done this myself, but I've watched a number of painting channels.
I'll take it.
I think you're on 3 minutes now.
Okay.
We'll give it another 3 minutes just for safe measure.
My watch is a minute 40.
I was starting before you started your watch.
I'm using the timer that's in the bottom right of the screen that you're sharing with me on Discord.
Yeah, so the first batch
I hate my carpal tunnel.
I did, I didn't fill it all the way up to the top. So this time I'm going to try a pouring technique and just pour it in there.
But Archer, also, this is resin. I don't think resin works the same as like paint. He also says, yes, it did look a bit lighter when you held it up to the light shone through.
Yeah. It's not black. It's definitely a dark blue.
Sapphire is a dark blue.
Yeah, you can even see it right in there. You may not be able to see it too well because of my camera. I mean, camera should... Is that a guinea pig that farted?
Mom wants me to come get her out of the hospital later.
Tonight?
Sometime today.
Okay. Yep, sorry. Just had a little talk amongst herself. So where are we at with this, Chris?
I would give it another minute just to be on the safe side.
All right. One more minute then.
Or what I could do is I could freaking go back to YouTube and just see when you started. Jeesh.
I thought that was what you were doing.
I'm now looking at it now. I was
Wow.
looking at the clock. I was looking at the screen you were sharing with me on Discord, so shut up.
Where's Jace when we need him?
Okay, so you are over 5 minutes on stirring.
Fair enough. We're done.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the clock, the counting clock that says the live in the bottom corner on Discord, and I'm just thinking to myself, well, wait a minute, there's YouTube that has I can go back and
Give
see.
me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. My mic's gonna be on, but I have to get a rag.
Oh, jeez. Archer wants to know, does the resin get thicker as you stir?
Honey,
Can you hear me, Chris?
Usher has a question for you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. What's the question? Does
Archer
the
wants
resin
to know-
get... It's not that it gets thicker, it just hardens up. Okay. Oh, shit. Yep. It's because my glove. All right. That there. Now, the reason why we use silicone molds is the resin actually cannot bond to the silicone. I figured that's why we would use it, but I
Well,
also thought it was something else.
it'd also be a smart thing to probably put some non-stick coating inside those just in case.
But actually, I already know that because hang on. Let me go wash my hands and I'll explain how this worked. How I found them.
If you had a sink next to that desk, you would never leave it.
What's up?
I said if you had a sink next to that desk, you would never leave it.
Hell yeah. I would wash my hands continuously right here at my desk and not leave it. My girlfriend says if I had a sink right next to my desk, I would never leave it. And I'm like, yeah. So if you add coloring, I bet later in the process you might be able to get an uneven marbled effect. Maybe, but here's the problem. Once you put it in the mold, you can't mess with it. That's the only downfall to that.
I think he's talking about when you stir it, when you're in the process of stirring.
Oh, yeah, that could be it too.
Which I mean, that'd be an interesting thing to test in the future.
Oh, yeah. It looks like I'm probably going to have to get some more resin and test it out before I'm even considered anything. So, yeah, I'm going to have, like, probably a lot of dice and stuff. Hopefully, this set turns out to be amazingly nice because now I know what to do. So, what I was talking about earlier, imagine a sheet of ice, right? And you got a bubble that you're trying to get through the sheet of ice. I had to break a layer of resin to get the dice out. I mean, the dice that had the imperfections in it already had the imperfections, so doing that wouldn't work. It was like my girlfriend said. What I should have done was fill the other one up as much as I did that one, and that way, because I got one good set, so the good set I got, I didn't fill it up like as much as I did that one. So let me. Alright, and then as you can see here, some of this has like resin on it, but it just, look at it, it just comes right off. Well, if I had nails, it would come right off, but yeah, I was peeling resin, that's all just resin that was settling on the outer side, it just comes right off. So what you do is you crack it like an ice tray.
That sounds about reasonable.
Yep, just crack it like an ice tray. So, alright, here we go.
Archer says, yes, I haven't seen anyone do dice pours before, but quite a few resin pours for water or other effects.
Interesting. Alright, so I do have these little babies in case I need them, but I don't think I'm going to need them because I really...
And I mean, you and we watched a couple diorama construction videos the other day.
Oh, yeah. I've been studying this for a little bit over a month now, and it's like, okay, well, there's only so much studying you can do before you have to go. It's time to dive the fuck in. You know, and I did. I think I kept watching the dice pours. Actually, I started watching dice pours, people doing this since last year. Even I just was watching it on and off, and was like, man, that seems interesting. I want to get into it. Just never had the money, and now that I have the money, now I want to do it.
What an interesting color if you're gonna do dice with this pour with this here. What an interesting color to do is probably gold.
Oh yeah,
for the numbers.
Yes, this one will either be white or gold.
I would do gold. I would suggest gold.
Just make sure it's clear of all debris. All right, so here we go.
Archer says, never had all this stuff back when I was molding. Probably couldn't afford it now. Too bad you don't have any, like, gold flakes to put in with it.
Oh, don't tempt me, man. Don't tempt me.
In the future. In the future.
Because I can go to the store right now and get fucking gold ass glitter.
You said you did.
Oh dear God, gold glitter. God, it gets everywhere. I actually had when I used to work retail, I had a customer that tell me that she got one Christmas she got a gold glitter wrapping paper, and she sent a present to her brother-in-law who had leather seats.
Oh god, that never came out.
That's just yeah. She said he's a little pissed at her. Archer says body glitter.
Okay, Chris, you were right.
Aren't I always?
Porn. Shut the fuck up.
I unfortunately do not have that that
Chris, is he
Chris was right option here that I do on Jace's stream.
later?
No, I can't. No, because I just tell you, shut the fuck up anyway. I need to get a little bit more in this one. Because I want the numbers to come in perfect.
Just also make sure to give it a nice little tap so to disperse some of the bubbles.
I don't even see much of any bubbles.
Archer says, I was watching a video show doing W40K Tyranids, and one of the painting schemes used body glitter in it. I believe there is also some sort of nail varnish, which has a similar effect.
Nice.
And this is also going by a lot quicker than the freaking droppers.
Oh, 90.
Yeah, even my girlfriend made a comment about that just now. And she says I'm filling them up a lot better, where this should have a much better effect than what I did. So I may have a couple imperfections, but they won't be like you don't even see any air bubbles. I did have a couple air bubbles on something I'm not supposed to have air bubbles on, so the droppers are probably what did it.
I will say that the one dice that is on the opposite side from you does look a little lighter than the others.
Yeah, but we will get there. Okay. So now I just need to find the fucking oh, there it is.
What you could also think about doing is getting a like something similar to sandpaper for the and polisher for the case of when you get like a little excess on the dice from the molds.
Yeah.
Archer says, practical question: does the lid have to be in the special orientation for the numbers to line up on the top face?
Yes. Basically, you want to make sure the only dice that's really much different besides the 1-2 thing, the 1 10-sided dice, because that's like a 0 and that's like a 1, or the double 0, is you want to make sure, because on the other one you have 1 2 3 4. There we go. Pop that bad boy. So like this one, you definitely want these numbers here because you got 1, 2, and 3. Because that's a 4-sided dice.
Your head was in the way.
Oh, okay. So on this one here, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, your head did move out of the way when you were explaining that last bit.
Okay, I gotta move this like carefully. This is a lot better than what I had on the first mold.
Yeah, you can actually see it.
And she even likes this one a little bit better. She likes the fact I added color because she's like, you can even see it. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I have enough to do another one.
Good thing about doing a crystal.
Do crystal.
Yeah. So then I'll just do the crystal now, and I'll just do the crystal real quick. I need to get my hands out of this damn thing. Because I got the
Archer says, "Yes, I got it. Thanks."
All right. So now we're gonna have a sapphire crystal. I may just put this mold up and save it for another time. Here we go.
That's stupid.
What?
Dial of Destiny director James Mangold said he didn't want to have a forced appearance of Ke Kwan's short round in the movie.
Huh.
It's like if you had that, people would have actually gone to see the movie because people wanted short round around.
That's exactly what we were looking for.
Archer says, "How many molds did you get for the in the set?"
I got a mold and a half.
Yeah, it's because he had air bubbles in his first time around. Hello, hair. Pressing out the excess amount.
Trying to. I may have to actually do it on a table. Can't do it on this one because this is kind of like a desk. And it's not the excess amount, just trying to make sure there's no air bubbles developing. I'm getting a couple. I am getting like one or two, but nothing like, not like I did last time.
Yeah, like I said, just kind of tap your hand against it a couple times, see if that will.
Okay. Well.
And voila.
No, that's it. Now I just got to move it to that. All right. So what we do is what we do to apply pressure to get the air bubbles out. The best way we can is.
Archer says, "No, I mean when you bought the set, did it come just with one mold or several?" I think he bought 2 of the dice sets, and then with the crystals, there was like 3 or 4?
Yes. There was only one dice set with these. Oh, Jesus. This is why people use... Okay, now I'm seeing why we use a compressor. Not a compressor, pressure pot. Pressure pot is in my near future. All right. So we're gonna call it there. Honey, where are we at with the painting? Are we good? Almost done. Almost done. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this one back. We're gonna stick with one this time. Looks like I have a little bit of resin left. Not much. Wonder if I have another mold, another crystal mold that would fit that.
Maybe a small one.
Another small one? Okay. Well, I will say this, Chris. That was definitely a lot easier. I should have stirred it. Maybe I can still do that. Hang on. Try to lift up on it and stir it a little bit.
If I was you, I would have probably tapped the mold prior to putting the lid on it.
Yeah. You live and you learn.
Hey, this is just attempt number 2. Well, 3.
No. Well, I count the first group as attempt number 1, period, because I did 2 different things.
Yeah, that is true. Do you got enough for maybe doing another crystal, or is that not enough there?
Oh no, that's plenty to do another crystal. I'm gonna do another one. I just gotta figure out which one I want. I don't see this one looks kind of big, so I don't want that one. I think the
Yeah.
next size up is either this one or this one. They actually, these are kind of fucking huge. This one's the next size.
If anything, even if it doesn't, even if when it comes to the crystal ones, even if you have air bubbles in those, or even if there's not enough, it kind of gives it a little bit of a natural kind of or
Like
mined out.
like a formation, like it just wasn't, just didn't fully form when it grew. Because crystals grow.
Yeah, it's something like that, or it could be like it was popped out of a place that where it grew into, or when it was mined, it may have been chipped off.
Actually, sadly, this is going to fill it up.
Archer Collins says, "Do you have anything which could shake the mold of filter some sort of agitator table, or maybe put it on a washing machine while it's running to shake the air bubbles?" The washing machine doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Alright, I got one out.
I do see that bubble.
This one's bad. I got these two. These two are going to be bad. Damn it.
You may have to just take the lid off and just kind of see about popping them.
Yeah, I got to refill it. Hopefully I can just get a little bit out. Because these may not fully form. Oh, I still got plenty in there. Good.
But yeah, putting it on a washing machine while it's running, that's actually a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Because that does sound like a really good idea.
And you guys which one do you want to put up?
Until you get a pressure pot.
Uh-huh.
And just last week, you're like, I don't need a pressure pot. That's not necessary.
That was like 2 days ago, asshole. You know, they said it was not necessary, but obviously, I mean, everyone says it's not necessary. I'm like, if you want your molds to turn out right, like me, it is very fucking necessary.
Perfectionist.
Well, I mean, I'm not doing this for my health. I mean, I am kind of doing this for my health. It gives me something to do, but...
Your mental health and maybe later on your financial health.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. I didn't invest all this money for nothing. What do you think, hon? Filled up enough?
Yeah, doesn't air bubbles, you can try popping.
Alright, well... Hopefully none more develop. Alright, I need... Where's the... One, two, three.
Little bit second.
Alright. Alright. Well, let's get the paint back on that, and let's transfer these over to that glass, and we'll begin the cleaning up phase. I'll be right back, everybody. We're just getting ready to put everything away, and we will come back to this in a couple days. Hang on one second. I'm going to put you guys onto another screen real quick. Be right back. Okay, never mind. We can do that.
Welcome
Hello,
back.
everyone. All right. Whoops, that's not what I wanted.
Okay.
What
Interesting.
the fucking hell?
What'd you do?
I have no idea. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Well, that dice set may look like it's going to be botched. I look like I may have I might lose 3 or 4 dice out of that, but we shall see. So anyway, here's the painted sets. The painted set that I got. Let's see. I got that's a D10. That's a 12. That's a 6. That's the percentile. That's a D8. That's a D4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am missing one, and that is a D20. So yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
Yep. So we're gonna wait for that, and then this paint should be water resistant. So yeah. So a pressure pot might be useful, but I don't know what else I have to get with that besides that and an air compressor. So I don't know if this is gonna be the last time I make a set, but we'll see how this turns out. I mean, I got a perfect set out of it, so I don't know how the hell. I'm hoping it will just subside. I mean,
Fingers crossed.
yep, I'm hoping. If not, then I know I probably applied too much pressure just in one spot to try and pop a bubble. So there we go. I did notice, like when I lifted it up, some of it did stick to it, so it's very possible it's probably sticking to the top, so that's that. But I didn't have enough resin. I wasn't making any more resin to fill those like little pressure holes in case I lost too much. So it's possible I might lose too much this time around, but if not, I will. Now the crystals look perfect, so I got those. Just the dice are a bit tricky. So
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed with the next set.
Oh yeah, if the set turns out perfect, which I doubt it will, be great. But like I said, she put something on top of it to equal out, to put pressure on the whole thing, and she put some weight on it to equal it out. So it's pushing down on all of it, but it may not be enough. We may actually need some real pressure here. I'm actually gonna look up.
The price for a pressure pot?
No, I already know the price.
Oh.
Should say you should apply 45 pounds of pressure. Man, that's a fucking lot. I don't even have that in my fucking tires. 45 to 60.
You want me to go ahead and more books?
Yeah.
No, we're good. How many books did you put on top of it?
1.
Oh, I would put just a little bit more than that. But you also have your divorce paperwork on there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she put her divorce paperwork, which actually it has more weight on it than an encyclopedia.
Divorce paperwork?
Yeah,
Oh,
her divorce paperwork is actually thick
Oh,
and
geez.
weighs the weight of an encyclopedia.
Oh, geez.
Yep. So, luck of the poor, maybe. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Well, we did do a slow pour, which actually caused me to lose 3 of the dice. This time we did a fast pour, which may have cost me to lose the same amount of dice. So it may not be the pouring that is the issue. It might be something else. Maybe the fact that I can't keep pressure applied for it for up to, because once you put it in a pressure pot, you have to let it sit there for 24 hours. We are gonna let this set for let's see. It'll probably set the rest of today. So 4 o'clock. It'll probably set until my next available day off, or until I get off during the week. So yeah. It may sit up there for a while. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll work itself out, but we'll get lucky. I'm kind of bothered by it, but I'll be alright. It's just an OCD. Anyway, we've got some dice. Look at that.
Give them a roll.
Dude. That's a 0. Oh my god, she can paint. She can fucking paint. I I mean, some of these, yeah, they have a little bit imperfections in them on the painting, but that's not bad. Look at it. You can see the numbers clear as day.
Didn't you say that you probably are gonna get some micro brushes, nano brushes?
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try that. That'll probably help improve her painting. You know, man.
Wait, are you saying that her painting isn't good enough that she needs to improve it? Jeez, come on, man.
No, I'm saying her paint. I'm saying her painting. Her painting skills are so goddamn good. The microbrushes might improve it and make it look more professional, which means I might be not far from this. Well, anyway, guys, that's all I have at this time.
Show them how small I work with.
Yeah, this is what she works with on a regular basis. I mean, you've seen the diamond art. This is from the diamond art.
It'd be interesting to see what happens if you mix some of that in with your molds.
Thought about that. See, I thought about that because I want to do like a bard set, and a bard does singing. So you put in like little notes, mix it in the resin, and then when you pour it, it sits there on its own.
And like I said, it'd be an interesting thing to do is like get some gold.
Hang on one second. Hang on one second, Chris. What's up?
He said use some of these.
Yeah.
Extra pour them in there. You could, because I got a shitload of extra.
Oh damn. Oh well, we'll see. This is like fucking awesome. So okay. So the set, we'll see how the next set turns out in a few days. I do got Friday off, so that'll probably be our next stream. I don't know if I'll stream the painting or whatnot, but we'll just see where it goes. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, and well, I've got some more things going on. I'm not sure if we're leaving right now. We got to go pick up, got to go run an errand, but I was thinking of quit talking about another project that I'm working on. So I just started a new project. The reason why I asked you if you liked Power Rangers or Beetleborgs. Okay, so Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Beetleborgs, The Masked Rider, if you've ever seen that one, which was actually the American version of Kamen Rider. Beetleborgs was, I think the Japanese version was called Jakobuto, but we call them Beetleborgs. All that stemmed from a version of Super Sentai, Ultraman, all that is the same thing. You probably want to test pour with anything you include in the resin just in case there is a reaction. Yep, not a problem. Not a problem. So I've actually...
All right, so real quick, the original Beetleborg is based off of the original series from Metal Hero Takasotsu series, yes. Juko B Fighters, and yes. And B Fighter Kabuto.
Yes. So I am working on I am merging a system right now, and I just finished all my notes for it, like in literally 3 hours. I'm going to make sure that they're done today as well. And I was doing them alongside the Evil Dead one because the way I'm doing the Evil Dead, I added a few additional things to basically that one, the Super Sentai version one. And I was like, okay, I could take all of this and put it into this. Oh, that's a custom-made system. So I think I'm doing my own version of what you call henshin, which means to transform in Japanese. And nice. That's what we're going to call it, Ultimate Henshin, which is going to cover a wide range of Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, basically all the elements of all those shows. So, and then I should have a quality book on that a little bit later. And then I got to just find an artist who can draw for me. My brother-in-law apparently can do it. And I don't even have a brother-in-law. But I can just get my girlfriend's brother to do it. Be like,
you can also ask Anonymous for some writing assistance.
Oh,
yeah. Not writing, but drawing assistance.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to do that. Just to see what I can get out there, because this is the year that I'm going to just start making shit. Dude, I'm actually happy with this dice. I get to... Look at that. They roll so good. That one keeps rolling a 5, though. I don't care. I know what I'm using next game.
Nice.
Colin should fear me now. About the only thing I watched of any of those was Amy Jo Johnson. Oh, God, yes. Yes.
Amy Jo Johnson, I don't remember that.
That was Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yep. So yeah, we definitely got to get a team together to do a Ultimate Henshin game, and see where we go with that.
Oh, it's probably better than what the probably better than that Power Rangers reboot movie.
Oh god, that was actually terrible.
It
And
had
they and they
promise. Well,
stressed and they
not really.
stressed so hard to try and incorporate every single character in there. They were saying, "Well, this character was there. This character was there." I'm like, "Oh, for God's sake, shut the fuck up about characters. Who cares?" This character died. We know
Ugh.
the actor died. The actress died too. It was very sad. They literally beat that shit over the head. I was pretty pissed off about it.
Oh wait a minute, are you talking about? I'm talking about the reboot movie that what's their face did. I'm not talking about the one that just came out.
Oh, you're not talking about Once and Always? Oh, okay. No, the
Yeah.
reboot. No, that one was terrible too.
And I mean, to be honest, the once and always that wasn't too bad. It
No.
was okay. It was
I-
it was fun, but it definitely was a Netflix movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I was thinking about just incorporating something because I've been watching a lot of Kamen Rider, and yeah, Kamen Rider's awesome. So, well, everyone, I gotta get going. So we've been doing this for 2 hours. You know, this took us a lot less time this time. Part of the stream was molding, and the other part was painting, and the
Well,
other part was talking about a bunch of shit.
Part of the first stream was just watching you eye drop all the molds.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again. You know what? What I should use that for is use the droppers to puncture the air bubbles.
Oh, that wouldn't
Like-
be too bad of an idea.
Like use it to stir it, and that way I can use the same one over and over again. So and just use it to stir it. And if there's an air bubble, I can try and suck it out and reinitialize some of that. Possibly the reason why there's an air bubble is because of the huge amount of leak. Maybe I'm not using enough resin, and I should have used the rest of it. What I should try next time, is instead of making more than one thing, maybe focus on that one thing, and that way if it does spill over, I mean, it comes right off of everything I pour acetone on, and the silicone, it doesn't even bond to it. So my next thing that I'm probably going to do, if this one doesn't work out, I'm going to try the next thing, and probably pour just a little bit more on it, and go from there. So that's probably where my mistake went this time, but we shall see. I got a partial dice right here. I got, which dice survived? I got a D20, a D10, a percentile, and a D4 that survived the last one. So I lost the D12, the D6, and the D8. This set all survived, so this is nice. Come to think of it, using eyedroppers may have given more time for bubbles to pop before the more resin was poured. Yep, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. So I've got to. I know probably where I can prove this technique at. So we'll see on the surviving in a couple days. Well, Chris, thanks for hanging out with me. If
My
I'm
pleasure.
around a little bit later, we got to hook up just for a little bit, have some fun.
Yeah,
if not,
I have the whole
I've
day
got
off, so I'm gonna be bored.
Yep. So my girlfriend and I, we're gonna go out to eat one last time this weekend because I got to work the next 3 or 4 days.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
we'll have to.
I'll probably be watching either a documentary on the American Revolution, or I'll probably be watching some of those movies that we were talking about, that we talked about on 540 last night.
Yes. Well, that is everything I have for right now. Want to wish everyone a great day. Colin, thanks for hanging with us. Jace was in here too, but then he never joined us after I invited him.
He was his mouth was hurting him.
Okay. Yep, happy 4th of July, brother. All right, well,
Thank you.
here's the greatest outro I've ever had. That was not the greatest outro I ever had.
You shut up. Why don't you shut up? You shut up.